our planet Earth, a vibrant blue sphere teeming with life. But it wasn't always this way. Imagine, if you will, a time before time, a time before life. Our journey begins roughly 4.5 billion years ago. The solar system was young, a chaotic swirl of dust and gas. Gravity, the architect of the cosmos, drew this cosmic debris together. Particles collided, merging and growing, their increasing mass pulling in even more matter. Over millions of years, this process, known as accretion, sculpted our planet from the heart of the protoplanetary disk. The young Earth was a hot, molten ball of rock, bombarded by asteroids and comets, a crucible where the very building blocks of our world were forged. The Hadean Eon. Named for the Greek underworld Hades, it is a fitting title for this early chapter in Earth's history. From 4.5 to 4 billion years ago, our planet was a hostile and unforgiving place. The surface, a churning ocean of magma, glowed with an infernal red heat. Volcanoes erupted with unimaginable fury, spewing molten rock and noxious gases into the primordial atmosphere. The air was thick with carbon dioxide, nitrogen and water vapor, but no oxygen, at least not in the form we need to breathe. It was during this chaotic period that a cataclysmic event occurred, an event that would shape the destiny of our planet. A Mars-sized object, which we call Theia, slammed into the young Earth with unimaginable force. The impact ejected a colossal amount of debris into orbit, debris that, over time, coalesced to form our moon. As the Hadean Eon drew to a close, Earth began to cool. The relentless bombardment from space subsided, allowing the molten surface to solidify. The Archean Eon, spanning from 4 to 2.5 billion years ago, marked a turning point in our planet's history. The emergence of the first life forms. The oceans, formed from condensed water vapor, were still hot and acidic, yet within this seemingly inhospitable environment, life arose. The first inhabitants of our planet were single-celled microorganisms, simple prokaryotes that thrived in the absence of oxygen. These early pioneers, some of which were photosynthetic, left their mark in the fossil record in the form of stromatolites, layered structures formed by their growth. The continents, still in their infancy, began to drift across the globe, driven by the slow churn of the mantle beneath. Volcanic activity remained widespread, releasing gases from the Earth's interior, shaping the primordial atmosphere. The stage was set for the next chapter in Earth's epic story, a chapter that would see the rise of oxygen and the transformation of our planet. The Proterozoic Eon, spanning from 2.5 billion to 541 million years ago, witnessed a profound change in Earth's atmosphere. Cyanobacteria, a type of photosynthetic bacteria, evolved in the oceans, releasing oxygen as a byproduct of their metabolism. This great oxidation event was a pivotal moment in Earth's history. Oxygen, toxic to many early life forms, began to accumulate in the atmosphere, eventually reaching levels close to those we experience today. This paved the way for the evolution of more complex oxygen-breathing organisms. The continents continued to drift, colliding and merging to form supercontinents. One such supercontinent, Rodinia, formed around 1.1 billion years ago, only to break apart several hundred million years later. This dance of the continents, known as plate tectonics, played a crucial role in shaping Earth's geology and climate. The Proterozoic Eon also saw the emergence of the first eukaryotic cells, cells with a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. These more complex cells laid the foundation for the evolution of multicellular life, paving the way for the remarkable diversity we see today. Section 5. The Paleozoic Era, an explosion of life. The Paleozoic era, spanning from 541 to 252 million years ago, marked a dramatic escalation in the diversity and complexity of life on Earth. The Cambrian period, the first period of this era, witnessed an unprecedented burst of evolutionary innovation, often referred to as the Cambrian explosion. Over a relatively short period, perhaps as little as 20 million years, the oceans became populated with a bewildering array of creatures. Trilobites, with their segmented bodies and compound eyes, scuttled across the seabed. Anomalocaris, a meter-long predator with spiky appendages, hunted its prey. The Burgess Shale, a fossil deposit in Canada, provides a stunning snapshot of this early marine ecosystem. As the Paleozoic era progressed, life began to colonize the land. Plants, descendants of green algae that had adapted to life on the edges of freshwater ponds, spread across the continents, transforming the barren landscape into lush green ecosystems. Insects, the first animals to evolve wings, took to the skies. Amphibians, descended from lobe-finned fish like Tiktaalik, ventured onto land, bridging the gap between water and land. The Paleozoic era ended with the Permian-Triassic extinction event, the most severe mass extinction in Earth's history. Volcanic eruptions, climate change, and perhaps even an asteroid impact wiped out an estimated 96% of marine species and 70% of terrestrial vertebrate species. Life, however, is resilient, and from the ashes of this catastrophe, a new era would dawn. Section 6. The Mesozoic era, the reign of reptiles. The Mesozoic era, spanning from 252 to 66 million years ago, is often referred to as the Age of Reptiles. Dinosaurs, descendants of the reptiles that had survived the Permian-Triassic extinction, rose to prominence, diversifying into a bewildering array of shapes and sizes. Giant sauropods, such as Brachiosaurus and Apatosaurus, with their long necks and thunderous footsteps, roamed the Earth, the largest land animals to have ever lived. Theropods, such as Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor, with their sharp teeth and powerful jaws, were formidable predators. But the Mesozoic era wasn't just about dinosaurs. Birds, descendants of small, feathered theropods, evolved during this time, taking to the skies with a grace and agility that their dinosaurian ancestors could only dream of. Mammals, small and mostly nocturnal creatures during the reign of the dinosaurs, also evolved during this time, setting the stage for their own rise to dominance. The Mesozoic era ended with another mass extinction, this one triggered by an asteroid impact. The Chicxulub impactor, estimated to have been about 10 kilometers in diameter, slammed into the Yucatan Peninsula, causing widespread devastation. The impact triggered massive earthquakes, tsunamis and wildfires. Dust and debris ejected into the atmosphere blocked out the sun, causing a global cooling event that wiped out the dinosaurs, along with many other plant and animal species. Section 7. The Cenozoic era, the age of mammals. The Cenozoic era, spanning from 66 million years ago to the present day, is often referred to as the age of mammals. With the dinosaurs out of the picture, mammals were free to diversify and evolve, filling the ecological niches left vacant by their predecessors. Mammals radiated into a stunning array of forms, from the mighty mammoths and mastodons that roamed the northern continents to the whales and dolphins that conquered the seas. Primates, our own ancestors, evolved and diversified during this time, their intelligence and adaptability paving the way for the emergence of humans. The continents continued to drift, reaching their present-day positions. The collision of India with Asia created the Himalayan mountains, the highest mountain range on Earth. The separation of South America from Antarctica opened up the Drake Passage, allowing the Antarctic circumpolar current to flow, isolating Antarctica and contributing to its cooling and glaciation. The Cenozoic era has been a time of dramatic climate change, from the warm and humid conditions of the early Eocene epoch to the cooler, drier conditions of the Pleistocene epoch, marked by a series of ice ages. These climatic fluctuations have shaped the evolution of life on Earth, driving adaptation and extinction. Section 8. The Anthropocene Epoch, humanity's footprint. The Anthropocene Epoch, a proposed geological epoch that recognizes the significant global impact of human activities on Earth's systems, is the latest chapter in our planet's story. While its starting point is debated, many scientists argue that it began in the mid-20th century, marked by the Great Acceleration, a period of unprecedented increase in human population, economic activity, and technological advancement. Human activities such as fossil fuel combustion, deforestation, and industrial agriculture have dramatically increased the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, leading to global warming and climate change. This in turn is causing sea levels to rise, glaciers to melt, and weather patterns to become more extreme. We are also witnessing widespread pollution of our oceans and waterways, depletion of natural resources, and habitat loss and fragmentation, leading to a decline in biodiversity. The Anthropocene Epoch is a stark reminder of the profound impact that our species is having on the planet, for better or for worse. Section 9. Earth's future, a shared responsibility. As we look to the future, it is clear that we are at a crossroads. The choices we make today will determine the fate of our planet and all life on it. We have the power to continue down a path of environmental degradation, or we can choose a more sustainable future, one where we live in harmony with nature. Earth has proven to be remarkably resilient over its 4.5 billion-year history. Weathering countless challenges and upheavals, life too has shown an incredible ability to adapt and evolve, even in the face of mass extinctions. By understanding the past, we can learn from it and make more informed decisions about the future. We need to embrace sustainable practices, reduce our carbon footprint, protect biodiversity, and work together to mitigate the impacts of climate change. The future of our planet depends on it. The story of Earth is still being written, and we, as its current custodians, have a responsibility to ensure that it is a story of hope, resilience, and a shared future for all.